Okay, y'all, story time. Let's talk about Michelle. Because Michelle's college journey, it was a whole movie. So, Michelle pulls up freshman year, psychology major, ready to help people and change the world. First few weeks, she's like, college is going to be so fun. Then reality hits. She's in her dorm, watching TikToks at 2 a.m. while her roommate's out living her best life. She eats alone in the dining hall, pretending to scroll so she doesn't look awkward. She goes to one club meeting and leaves before it starts because anxiety said, well, let's dip. But little by little, she pushes herself. She joins a study group that actually becomes her tribe. Nerdy but street-hardened queens who love museums, good grades, and a little boy crazy on the side. Michelle starts going to events. She starts finding people like her. By spring, she's got folks to text when she's bored. So freshman year ends pretty well, and sophomore year comes around, and things get messy. First semester, she's juggling new classes. She found a few new friends from an event she went to on campus, and she has new pressure. And then she flunks a class, like full-on F. Michelle spirals. She's like, I'm a failure. I'm about to pack up and go home. But before she throws her whole future away, she goes by to see Mr. Little. Now, this guy is one of these really idealistic, young academic advisors, really trying to make things happen at this school. And he's like, retake the class. It's called grade replacement. You're fine. And she does. She had no clue about this ability to take a class again. She saves her GPA. But then she goes home for Thanksgiving, and it's really, really warm that year. And so the Thanksgiving dinner's a cookout, and Uncle Joe, who's a welder, shows up. And he tells her, psychology? That ain't gonna pay the bills. Do economics. So Michelle gets a little insecure about psych. She switches to econ and hates every second. Supply and demand charts? They look like hieroglyphics to Michelle. So even though she was able to maintain a good GPA just by working really hard, sophomore year was a mess. But junior year is when the glow-up starts brewing. Mr. Little steps it up with his advising. He says, intern, what are you doing? Get involved. The major that you chose isn't everything. It's what you do that matters. So Michelle decides to hit up the campus internship fair. The first attempt, a disaster. You see that red arrow? Michelle was all the way back there. Trembling in her boots, she stood near the snack table, terrified to approach recruiters. She leaves with 0 leads, 0 contacts, but a bag of free pens. She left there feeling lower than Barney Rubble from the Flintstones. Thankfully, Michelle was able to recover, though. Talk about coming back stronger. She got a little bit of help from the Career Center. She prepped her pitch. She researched the companies. She walked up to tables that next semester like she owned them. Thank God for internship fairs every semester. And right before midterm, she gets a call. She landed her first public relations internship at a global firm and fell in love with PR. So she switches again. Anthropology major, entrepreneurship minor. So she gets to learn cultures, which she really loves, and learns the business game. Things were looking up, but this is story time, right? Because right around this time, Michelle's mom gets breast cancer. She tries to hide it from Michelle because this diagnosis would destroy her daughter away in school, and she wanted her daughter to focus, but one of Michelle's crazy little younger siblings spills the beans. So Michelle tries to handle everything at this point. So she has assignments for the internship, she has class, she has hospital visits, going back and forth from home to campus, pretending she's fine, but she saw that brick wall coming. She goes to the counseling center once, but she ghosts them afterwards. And stress builds. Late nights crying, grades starting to slip, barely holding it together. So Michelle knew if she neglected anything, it couldn't be her mental health. She keeps going back to counseling. The counseling center becomes her safe space. And that was unexpected for Michelle because she didn't have experience with counseling. But one day she saw the sign and decided to go in. And after that first ghosting incident, she opens up. She learns how to balance caring for her mom and caring for herself. And unbeknownst to her at the time, her mom would beat the cancer Warrior vibes. Michelle finishes the internship, and before she knows it, senior year comes around. I mean, it was crazy. She's like, how did all this time go by so quick? And senior year turns out to be a big win. She became a regular at the Career Center, bestie status with Mr. Little. She was still hitting the tech center for that borrowed laptop since she started borrowing it a few semesters prior. Balling on a budget, of course. She found her tribe and continued to vibe with them. Man. And guess what? This past May, Michelle graduated with her class, 3.8 GPA. She bagged a well-paying PR job at Chevron. She's moving to Houston right now, ready to take over and launch her life. Come on now, Michelle. So what's the moral to this story time? You can switch majors. You can flub internship fairs. You can fall apart a little. But if you stay in it, ask for help, and keep pushing, you will win big. Hey y'all, stay in the game like Michelle. Imagine she had so many times to quit and go home for what purpose? Who knows? But she didn't. And now she's had a great experience, and she's getting that bag with a multinational company. So you know how this goes. Drop in the comments. What's been your biggest glow up moment so far? See you there.